Hello guys, welcome to today's video. And in today's video, we are going to be talking on the topic why looking desperate for a job can actually hurt your chances of getting that particular job. And now you're like, okay, how do you know that I'm desperate? How do you know that I look desperate? And sometimes you see candidates that you know, or you have friends that you know that, guy, these people are very qualified for jobs now. How did this person go for an interview or get to a point in the job and they did not call the person? What happened? What happened? Are these people even looking well? Are recruiters actually sure that they know what they are doing? I know this person now. This person can do any interview, defend any job. Why has this person not gotten any job up to now? I'm telling you, sometimes candidates sabotage themselves. You just use your hand by your own self and sabotage yourself. Okay, now this is why I'm making this video to talk about this. We're talking about why your desperation can actually be the reason you did not land that job. It's not even your experience, it's not other things, it's you yourself by your own self cost yourself the job. And this is Cynthia. I don't know if you've been here before, but if this is your first time here, my name is Cynthia. I'm a real life recruiter. I review candidate CVs, I interview candidates, so I really know what works and what does not work. And the main essence of this channel is to gist with you, or you can use the word, let us gossip one on one. We are just here to, I'm just here to give you real inside gists or real insights from the recruiter's point of view, all right? That's why we're here. If this is something that interests you, it's something you want to be a part of, or it's something that you genuinely want to hear, you want to hear, you like talks, you like everything, you like to hear insights. This is something that interests you, hit that subscribe button. It does not cost money. It does not cost money. Just hit that subscribe button so you join the family and so you don't miss the next post or the next gist that I have for you. So let's hop into how your desperation can actually make you not get that job. So in terms of desperation, let's say you're a candidate, you applied for a job, 2 hours later, you've emailed us, you've emailed the recruiters. Oh, I applied for a job, I've not gotten any feedback in 2 hours. And before you know it, you're already on the recruiter's LinkedIn page. You're there commenting on their posts. Before you know it, you're chatting them up in their LinkedIn DMs. And before you know it, if you manage to get their WhatsApp number, you're already on their WhatsApp DM, asking them or telling them, oh, you applied for this job. This is happening within 2 to 3 hours of your application. At that point, when a recruiter notices this, they're like, chill, chill, what's happening? Like, you're like, okay, what's happening? Why are you doing this? What's up with this? Something just smells fishy, just smells like this person is looking like they really want this job, or is looking like it's like the only thing they have to do. But then that only does not make us disqualified candidates, mind you. That only does not make us disqualified candidates. But what you've successfully done by being that desperate is you've attracted us to your CV. I'm trying to I'm trying to point at something here. You've attracted us to go to your CV. And trust me, if we open your CV, because of the mindset you already have of you, because of the whole follow up, when we are looking at your CV, we are trying to find a reason not to communicate with you. Or we are trying to find a reason that we can give you so you get off our back. That is it. When you get our attention, like when this happens within hours, you are just when you are looking at your CV, you are trying to find one thing. You are looking like, oh, even if the job did not specifically say you must have worked in this industry, we just tell you, oh, the job actually specifically wants people that has experience in this industry, just so you can go, just so you can stop disturbing, so just so you can stop, so that we can probably properly go through the whole application you get. So following up is something we advise you to do, but following up in 2 hours, in 3 hours, following up on every platform, that's stalking. That's you're stalking the recruiter. And you know what happens when you stalk people? They feel very uncomfortable with it. And recruiters are very cautious of what is happening because they always check their WhatsApp, their email, their LinkedIn page. They're always there because most times job seekers look out for them. Job seekers are always sending them DMs. So if your own looks like it's getting too much, we just tell you, please shift to one side, all right? That's how it works for us, all right? So don't make this mistake of trying to do follow up within some hours. No, allow your application to sit. Allow just give it time, 2 days. If there is nothing in 2 days, then follow up. Find a platform you feel like they're active and follow up. Don't go and be WhatsApping them, sending them WhatsApp message because you got their WhatsApp message maybe from a post that they made. They are now WhatsApp. No, follow them on DM. If probably days has passed and then you feel like, okay, this application has stayed for a while, oh, let me just get through to them on this. Then you, gradually, it's a gradual thing. Don't make it look like you're stalking them, or don't make it look like you want to inconvenience them. All right, that's not something you want to do. That's what desperation does, though. When you're desperate for something, you go all out. You want to prove that I am good for this. This is me. This is my time to shine. But then that desperation can cost you the particular thing you're striving for. So do not do this. Do not do this. You've met with recruiter Cynthia. I'm telling you, do not do that. It is not an advisable thing for you to do, especially when it comes to recruiters, because I am a recruiter and I know how it feels. All right. Let's go to the next. The next thing is during an interview process. During an interview process, I am a recruiter and then I'm trying to interview a candidate and I'm asking them, why do you want the job? Why do you want this job? Why do you think you're the best fit for this particular job? And they are telling me, oh, I just want anything. I would do anything because right now I am not employed. I'm not doing anything. So I'm just willing to do anything right now. Do you know that that particular thing you said, you're willing to do anything because you're jobless, is enough reason not to shortlist you for any other state again. Do you know, are you really aware? And some people might hear it and they'll be like, who even says that? Because some people are knowledgeable enough to know that that's not what you're supposed to say. And someone is watching this video thinking, who said that? Has anybody ever said that? I'm a recruiter. I can tell you vividly that people do use that statement a whole lot, more than you think. More than you think. When I was job hunting before I became a recruiter, I used to think sometimes that hiring managers and recruiters, they are the problem. But when I started recruiting myself, I realized that truly, truly, there are candidates that don't really want to help themselves. So, like, truly, 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 there are candidates that don't really help themselves. I see your CV, I'm like, are you serious? You make me spend my time to look at this. Are you even job hunting? And then you say some things in the interview. I'm like, did you do any research? Did you probably like, are you seriously saying this? Because it's really, it's really disturbing that a candidate is hopping into a court to just tell me that the reason they want a job is because they are jobless and they want to do anything. It doesn't give, yes, you might be qualified, but it doesn't give, it gives I am desperate. It's self-sabotage. It gives you're desperate for this thing, and we don't like desperation. You can be desperate for something without making it that obvious that you're desperate for it. All right, I can be desperate for something and not make it obvious that this is something I'm very desperate for. I really want this thing to happen today, tomorrow. There are days to go about things. Your desperation might be the whole reason why you've been jobless for 1 year, 2 years. So stop showing your desperation through things you say, through the things you do. Now let me get to the next point and tell you what the next thing is. Another way desperation shows up and shows us that you're desperate is in terms of salary negotiation. When it comes to salary negotiation, you're telling a particular person that you're looking at their CV. Do you know that we recruiters, I want to point this out first. Do you know that we recruiters sometimes we look at someone's CV and we will tell you that there is no way this person is going to accept this salary we are offering? Do you know that happens? We are looking at your CV, we are looking at the places you've worked and the industry you've worked, and we are like, no, this person will not accept this. So maybe we should tell the clients that we have a good candidate, that the clients should increase the money. Or yeah, let's have a conversation with this client, with this candidate. Let's have a conversation with this candidate and know if this candidate will accept the offer. If the candidate does not accept it, you can talk to the client. The client can make some adjustments because this person looks very good or very fit for this job and they look like they will not collect the salary. Do you know that happens? And then you come to the interview and then you become very desperate and you just accept anything that is thrown at you because you just want to get a job. just want to get a job, and you undersell yourself to the point where you've deducted a whole large amount of money from the salary you were normally supposed to earn, because we have a way of telling our clients things and they can increase salary. I've seen a client increase a salary times two. Times two. Yes, I've seen a client that made an increment in salary by times two because of the type of candidate who were willing to give the kind of clients, because that was what the candidate was very, they know what the work entails, they know what they are doing. And when the client candidate requested for a certain amount, the clients did not want that person to go. They really needed the person. They had to increase that salary times two in a month. They had to increase it times two. And then you, I'm looking at your CV, you're looking all qualified and you're coming to the interview to sound very desperate. I need a job, anything. How much is the salary expectation you have for this year? Anything can go, anything. And they just, sometimes we jokingly pitch a salary just to hear your reaction and just to know what you will say. The recruiters will do it. Be like, you're saying anything. Are you trying to say that if we pay you certain this amount, you're going to collect it? And they'll be like, yes. And that's where we pause and be like, eh? See, this person is desperate though. This is desperation, because why exactly would you agree to this salary? I just jokingly said that. I just jokingly made that statement and you agreed. I was expecting, oh no, 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 I cannot collect that salary. No, what do you mean by collecting that salary? But no, we did not hesitate to accept. That is desperation. That is that is self-sabotage. You're sabotaging your chances of getting that job. I'm telling you, you're sabotaging your chances, because I feel like, are you sure this person really knows what they are worth? For people like me, recruiters like me that are very nice, because I'm a very nice person. Yeah. So for recruiters like me that are very nice, we will tend to try to talk you out of it. If I had a budget that my client has already given me and you're kind of going way below that budget, I'll be like, I think you're underselling yourself. I think you should be more confident, because the reason I'm saying this is, if you meet my clients with this, they will buy it and they will take you in and they'll pay you less than your worth. My client's budget for this role is this amount, and you're actually bargaining way below that amount. And I don't know why you're sounding desperate, but you should calm down. You should tend to negotiate your salary. I probably might do that as a recruiter, but another recruiter will not do that. In fact, I've seen recruiters pitch less of the salary that they were given, the salary budget that was given to them. They try to find someone that is qualified but that earns lesser, so that they will impress the client. The client will be like, oh, you got for someone who will pay lesser. I don't really know how that benefits the recruiter, because it's of no need, it's of no use to anybody, not even to me as a recruiter, because it will still reduce my own commission and chances. But some recruiters do it. They hire people that have the qualification but that earn less, just so they can impress the clients. But that's not the best way. And you could actually fall victim of that because of the way you're desperate, because of the way you so much want the job. You just fall victim of that whole scenario, that whole whatever it is. I, as a recruiter Cynthia that you've met today, maybe for the first time, these are things you shouldn't allow to happen, so that you don't end up sabotaging your chances to that job. All right. There's this thing someone pointed out one time, and I think I should point it out right now. If you don't know what the salary budget is for your role and you don't want to, let's make another video on that. Oh, I like my job so much. I love my job. We'll make another video of that. We'll make another video. Yes, if you want to see that video, just subscribe. Yeah, I know how to put people on that. I give tension. I tend to do it. People that know me, they know that since I'll keep this suspense. If you're so much interested in hearing what I wanted to say, if you want to stay tuned and watch the next video. All right, hit on that subscribe button so you don't miss the next video. But for now, for this particular video, we are done. We are done for this particular video. So we want to stop here. Once I've given you the gist I came to give you for today, and I've told you right now, don't do these things. Don't go and sabotage yourself. Chill. Take a chill pill. All right, chill. Do like you're the boss. You're very professional. I know what I'm doing. Even when somehow you're lost in the whole joblessness. Don't make it show. Don't give it to us. Make us think like, do you know what? I know what I'm doing and I'm more than this. All right? Give us that vibe. And we still work with you on that vibe, all right? So that's the end of this video. If this is something that interests you, you still want to see my face and see me smile and hear me talk, you can just subscribe to the channel, all right? Make sure you like this video, comment so that YouTube will know that this is actually impactful and it will help someone else so that they can actually push this video further so you can get to more people. You never can tell who you're saving by just liking the video. Alright, see you in the next video. For now, repeat as Cynthia says, bye bye.